Hi, my name is Sarah, and this is my husband Chris and our son William. 4 years ago, we were living in a home on land in Ontario, Canada. We loved adventuring outside in nature and spending time on the water, and we decided we wanted to find a way to do that full-time. We'd seen other people do it, sell everything, and buy a boat. So we started to do just that. But neither of us had sailing experience, so we took some lessons and started investigating what sort of boat we would want one day. We made a 5-year plan. We would buy the boat, fix it up for cruising, and save as much money as we could, living as minimally as we could. We found the perfect boat for us, Mr. Turtle, a Bayfield 32C, big enough to take us cruising safely, but small enough to upkeep and learn on. After we moved aboard, we began the daunting task of upgrading our new home and turning it into a cruiser, taking it out on a few mini cruises to get our feet wet, so to speak. And we got used to the live-aboard lifestyle. We wintered over and began our final preparations to finally leave Hamilton Harbor and set sail on our grand adventure. And now we've made it. We're ready. Here we go.
Big wide open lake ahead of them. Nice.
You excited?
It's like a runway, just freaking go, man.
Bye, Hamilton Harbor. Look up. Look way up. We're going under the bridge.
Oh, Mom, look.
Yeah.
Our mask is off.
Yeah, but the bridge is high enough now that we can go underneath it. Thank you. We did it! We got out!
What, Mom?
It's closing a chapter on our life.
Mom, why was
Maybe I should be looking ahead. You look behind, I'll look ahead.
Why was it?
You stop crying.
I'm not crying.
Mom, why was it?
Because they were saying bye-bye! So I'm just out here watching for traffic. There's only one boat, that guy over there. And Chris is working on our reefing line, which we hadn't set it up yet. So it seems as good a time as any. I don't think we're gonna need it today. We're making decent speed, but it's a long way to Frenchman's Bay, so I don't know if we'll deke in somewhere else or what we're gonna do. We'd rather not motor too much because Chris found out yesterday that our engine is making oil, so we want to make sure that we spare it a little bit. It's gonna be interesting getting all the way to the Caribbean with it, but hopefully we'll figure it out. Getting some speed. We're going the right way now?
Overshot. Now it's correcting. Overshoot again. We have been on Lake Ontario for 2 hours now. We had good wind up until a couple minutes ago and we lost it. I'm checking windy and there's wind just ahead of us, but it's moving that way, so we're motoring so that we can keep into the wind because we want to be in that wind overnight on our way to Presqu'île Bay and the Bay of Quinte. Sarah is taking over and I'm going to take over with William. run from Hamilton all the way to Presqu'île Bay like we did last year, only this time under sail. However, if you take that route, you're kind of right in the middle of the lake, and so we were in the middle of the lake, and the waves were building up quite high and hitting us broadside. I like your dinosaur blanket.
Thank you. Do I look green?
No, you look okay. You feel green?
I feel a little green.
So our wind, like the wind wasn't too bad. We still had full sail out for the most part. We ended up furling and coming in a little bit eventually, but we were making 6 knots, which was extremely good time for us. Like our max speed is usually like 5.5. Like it does come from the 4.5 to 5.5. Right now we're going about 4.5, give or take. But as boats go faster, they get lower in the water. So that's like your hull speed. Like a boat can only go so fast. If you exceed that speed, you sink further and further into the water. So at 6 knots, we sunk below our, we have a few hoses down here. And those are all up, like in the freeboard, like they're like in the transom, but they're above the water line. So normally it's not an issue for us, but we sunk because we were going so fast, like 6.5 knots. We sunk low, and then some of those fittings that probably haven't been changed in 45 years, they were leaking, so that was a little worrisome. So that's why we furled. So right now we're heading for Frenchman's Bay. Should be there around 7 or 8 tonight. Maybe I'll put some 4200 on those and order the proper part. So Sarah's sister lives in Kingston. I think as we need things, I'm going to order things to her address and pick them up when we see her as we pass through Thousand Islands.
That one. That one.
Is it yummy?
You ready for your rock? Yeah, Sarah?
No.
Mom, look kawaii.
I might have some popcorn in a little bit. Something sort of simple.
Mom, look kawaii.
Like a weirdo.
Your jaw is a hinge.
Do you want your hat, Will? Your gray hat?
I'm wearing his hat right now.
He's got a gray hat too.
As far as weather windows go, the day we chose to leave was not exactly the best. The temperature on the water was pretty frigid for June, and the waves were building steadily throughout the day. Luckily, I was the only one who felt seasick. The boys were absolutely fine. So as per usual, the weather apps all lie. The waves are probably already at a meter. Woo! That's a big one. They were supposed to be 0.5 up to a meter and then dropping back down to 0.5, so maybe, but the wind is just, whoa, that's a big one. The wind is just continuing to gust. William's falling asleep, so that's good. And we're just debating what we're gonna do, whether or not we're gonna keep trying for the wall. I think probably not, though. I think we'll be ducking in at Frenchman's Bay because, or maybe even sooner. Frenchman's Bay Yacht Club, Frenchman's Bay Yacht Club, Frenchman's Bay Yacht Club. This is Mr. Turtle, Mr. Turtle, Mr. Turtle. Hang on, Pa. I'm just wondering if it said that they, yeah, it says they're there from 2 to 9 on weekends and 6 to 9 on weekdays. So they should be there right now. I remember it being like this last time though.
Yeah, me
like
too.
I think we hailed like 3 times and then they just hailed us back as we were
I
like.
think she was docking, and then when she's like, oh, we just docked from our cruise, and it was the Commodore who
Yeah.
got us.
So
Okay, if I dock it,
Yeah.
lines?
I'll try.
Okay with that? You guys let me help with the lines.
Yeah. Just got a hold of Frenchman's Bay Yacht Club and they do have a slip for us. It's a very cold and gray start to this adventure, but it's been very good sailing, so we can't complain. But I am kind of looking forward to potentially having a warm shower tonight because I'm cold right through to my bones. Pretty cool that this is like first stop on the long trip ahead of us. There's a nice little boat there anchored with a tender next to it. Looks like maybe a live aboard boat of some kind. So I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but there are very clear markers along this channel here. And you have to stay in between them. Because except for when we get over there, because I think that's an anchorage in there, you can. But so I remember those red and green go right up to the dock. Like there's a one here, one there, and even one further closer to the dock, and you have to come right around those. How's my hair?
Beautiful.
I feel like that's a lie.
We are safely moored. No.
Docked.
We are. Thank you. We are safely docked in Frenchman's Bay in Pickering. We've been here before. We really like this place. Both times we were greeted by the Commodore, who caught our lines. Like there was like 4 people who caught us, so it was very stress-free coming in here. Frenchman's Bay Yacht Club is amazing. We like coming here because it's a good day sail from Hamilton. It's kind of as far as you can get in one day, and you're able to stay here for 3 days with reciprocals, which is a big deal because if you get here and then it's a stormy day or two or bad wind for a couple days, then you can pick your day.
It's cold. Like I'm freezing right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna go in and have us a family snug.
Yeah, because I think we're all gonna sleep in the V berth tonight, piled up in a big heap of blankets so that we can monitor William and make sure he stays warm, and also with body heat. But hopefully tomorrow it'll warm up a little bit and we've got some adventures around Frenchman's Bay area, which we will share with you guys. Thanks for watching though. Gotcha.
I don't wanna waste my time.